Our next poet tonight is Prartho Sereno. Prartho's 4 years in an Indian ashram is her strongest creative influence, but she has also been a counseling psychologist, vegetarian cook, mother, grandma, meditation and yoga instructor, book and cover illustrator, and amateur singer-songwriter. Her poetry collections include Starfall in the Temple, 2023, Indian Rope Trick, Elephant Raga, Call from Paris, and her illustrated Causing a Stir, The Secret Lives and Loves of Kitchen Utensils. Prartho is a former poet laureate who mentors children for California Poets in the Schools and teaches the poetic pilgrimage online. She has a website, prartosereno.com. And here is Elephant Raga, one of several that I have. Please welcome Prartho Sereno.
Thank you so much. It's such a delight. I loved getting to meet Terry that way. It's the best way to meet someone, isn't it, really, is to hear their poems. And so many of the themes I think you're going to hear repeated, from a slightly different point of view. But in fact, I think when I listened, I changed the order of what I'm going to read. But let me say this first, actually. I am reading all new poetry, nothing from any of my published books. A few of these have been published in journals, but I have committed, Diane, my publisher's here, to getting a new volume together that will be new and selected. So that's part of my work this summer. So these are all brand new, and I'm trying them out on you. So the first one is called Pennies from Heaven. When we walk past the counter-protest, in all its riotous blare, my grandson says he doesn't know what's going on, but he wants to be on the side that's dancing. I don't know much anymore myself, except that the truth seems to hang out with the young, the way they're always asking why we aren't supposed to talk to strangers. And who are those strangers anyway? Are they people? The 5-year-old asks when he's finished brushing his teeth. I don't know how we lost our way, with the sun so warm and neighborly, and the moon sensuously drifting through twilight, trailing her peach-colored sleeves. It's as if some disgruntled goblin took the world in its knuckled hands and turned it upside down, shook it till all the sense and innocence fell out, went bouncing off like pennies through the slot in the world piggy bank, all of it rolling away without a soul bothering to pick one up, even though we've heard they won't be minting anymore. So my grandsons often show up in these poems. This is one that's a twin, and so you'll hear another poem, just to keep it fair, about the other twin. This one is called Don't Take a Walk in the Woods with Your Grandson. Don't take a walk in the woods with your grandson when he's 5. He'll probably ask to take your hand and then look up into your towering eyes to say, "Someday I'm going to be as big as you." And you'll briefly nod and say, "That's right." But as he lets the idea roll around inside his spacious self, the mystery will get whipped up in there and prompt him to ask, "Does it seem like it to you?" And you, in your somnambulant grown-up way, will think you're experienced in this sort of thing. You'll say, "Well, yes, it does kind of seem like that to me." But you will grow to regret that little white lie even before the walk is over. For a certain wonder will have caught in you, a small fire impossible to put out. Time after time, your grandson will appear in a new form, almost daily. He will grow bit by unlikely bit until he's gloriously 2 heads above you, and it will never seem like it could have happened, not even once. And this is the other twin. On the other side of the glass. Our first meeting wasn't fair, really. Me on my feet in street clothes, you under glass in a diaper, incubating. Your eyes bandaged against the searing lights. Your mother in a room down the hall, bedridden, after the C-section, nursing your twin brother. So it's up to me to welcome you, me of all people, the disgruntled and graying mom of a pregnant teen, me who, after failed attempts to convince her of ending it, had moved on to push for adoption. But she resisted all of that, and here we are, you and me, at the crossroads, where the doctors have said there's a problem inside, you're not able to eat. We're at a crossroads where the deal maker plays his banjo and the signs point this way to be, this way not. There are holes in the incubator where you can reach in and touch the newborn. So I go in with one hand and put it on your tender pate, which causes you to jump, palms open in the air, fingers spread wide. I have startled you, and I am suddenly so deeply sorry. I rest my hand more softly on your scalp, and miracle of miracles, your tiny arms relax. You let me in. Me of all people. And that's when I confess. You know, I say, I was the last person who wanted you to come. But now you're here, and you look good to me. Your stillness deepens, your head grows warm beneath my hand. I want you to stay, I say. And then I sing it to you, part warble, part yodel, part whisper through tears. I want you to give all you have in you to staying here with us. And it turns out you do. But a dream, like as in row, row, row your boat. But a dream. We'd sung it merrily as we rowed our childhoods along, but today my brother looks askance. I'm fresh from India, in kurta and dupatta, the colors of marigold, rosewood mala, redolent of the faraway. Crow feathers and caws tangle in my hair. So you think this is all a dream? I haven't said such a thing and wouldn't, especially since any knack for parsing this dream from that has run hopelessly amok. And what he doesn't know is that in India, the thief is considered an emissary, a sacred runner sent to keep us real by stealing off with our dreams. If we come home empty, we consider ourselves blessed, which is how I sit now at the picnic table with its checkered cloth, spills of popcorn and summer beer, here in the card game where it's my good fortune yet again to lose. Okay, he says, fist bumping the table as he presents his closing argument. If this is a dream, then who's dreaming it? He looks out at the blackening yard, alive and blinking with fireflies, then almost as quickly turns back, eyes underwater, to say, suddenly, I think I know who. So a little bit about the work I do. A lot of these poems, some of the people who are here are in the Poetic Pilgrimage, and I've written them with you while you were with me. This one reflects that. Bird in the house. You have to show them the way out. Let me start again. Bird in the house. You have to show them the way out, one of the poets in the Zoom room said. They will go if you show them. We were talking about the dead when the cat brought a bird into one of our houses. It flapped hard against the plaster walls and ceiling, upsetting the figurines and planters on the sill. It was a marvel, the pageantry that wheeled across our screens, a revelation of falling from near formlessness into ill-fitting form. All hard edges and blind corners, the sudden plummet from the softness of cloud and breeze. It was poetry class in February, the buds of the pear tree still closed in on themselves. a time the dead might cozy up to. Late afternoon, gray sky, hauntingly quiet. And yes, they probably would go if we showed them the way, but nobody did. The art of translation. This comes from a certain gesture that one, if you've been to India or around Indian friends, which I have many, you know this gesture. The art of translation. When the usher trips in the aisle of the Hindu chapel and offers his rudimentary head wobble, I tear up a little because I understand. It says, forgive me. It says, I'm on your side. I'm a friend in the messy bits. It means yes, no, and maybe. It means probably and probably not. It means don't worry, be happy, and we will meet again. It sings the syncopation of summer rain and the long, slow whistle of the passing train. It is the old soft shoe of uncertainty, the body talking sense to the headstrong head. And it's the head giving in to this wondrously wayward, improbably bright scramble we call life. And I don't know, maybe one more. I don't want to go too far over, but I left a couple out. Let's see which one. I think I'll do this. Alice. I'll end with this one. This is a fairy tale poem, and I always love entering one of my favorite stories from childhood. So Alice. I love that it was her own tears that got her to the other side. Yes, first she had to grow small, like those nights in the high desert when we let the stars nibble us down to size, or when we see ourselves in the bottomless eye of some wild innocence that comes forward to let us in. She wasn't exactly trying to get somewhere, Alice. Hers was not a ruby-slippered, no place like home kind of thing. It was more the way of the astronaut, stranger in a strange land, ghostly grins, madcap soirees, ranting queen. And falling, yes. Falling was the way. An arabesque of front flips and back flips down the rabbit hole until she was so lost only her tears could save her, lift her up, and float her through. But first she had to grow small, smaller than a keyhole, so small that for all intents and purposes, she wasn't there at all. Thank you. Thank you.